So they'll be calling you a radical. Happy birthday, Vincent van Gogh. Starry nights on Balco, on chemo. So, Trump babbling press conference. Oh my God, is he a babbling freaking zero burger buffoon? So, not by Easter, so we're going to be hunkered now for a long time. So, first off, to all my friends in New York City, wow, we're praying for you. We're thinking about you. Same in LA. But we were talking yesterday, me and my grandson. We got him quarantined out here in the FEMA camp in the middle of nowhere. So, how's everybody doing in Austria, in Vienna? I haven't heard much about Austria. Pravad and crew. I spent so much time there. We know that Italy's had a hell of a go. Our friends in Italy, wow. So, look, the denial of the ecology. We denied it. Fukushima happened, changed the world. I love it because, you know, I talked to a guy recently about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a young dude. And he says, I can't believe I even forget that even happened. And I'm like, it took me a long time to figure out why everybody flees. They won't hang with me. They can't handle this. They're too weak. We live in a weak culture. The weak culture can't handle this. I predicted every bit of this. When Fukushima happened for every day for thousands of days, I predicted it all. I predicted the collapse of the Pacific Ocean. I predicted the fires in California. I predicted the Great Salt Lake going dry. I predicted the heat bubble over the western United States. I predicted it all, for I see for miles because I am the son of Cassandra. Predict my own cancer. You know, predicted that this, oh yeah. Why? Because I understand it's the ecology, stupid. Here's the problem. The person has become inhuman. He has lost his light. He has lost his soul. He's become a unit of consumption, a unit of labor, a unit of memeism. That's once you lose your spirit and your soul, and you become disconnected from other living things, disconnected from your very mother, the Pacific Ocean, over. Not a human anymore. Where do you go? People like that when they die, they just die. They're freaking burn them, whatever, sprinkle their ashes over Disneyland. You know, and so my grandson tells me, he says, do you know there's really people that try to do it, take their ashes and try to sprinkle it into, I said, really? And I thought about that. What a metaphor. So you weren't concerned when the butterflies collapsed. You weren't concerned. Trump was, remember, eating a delicious piece, a beautiful piece of chocolate cake. Weren't concerned when all the insects collapsed. Surely weren't concerned when the anchovies and started. How about the tide pools? Oh, it's wasting disease on the starfish. They just, poof, presto, masco, poof. So, weren't concerned when the deer started to collapse, the mammals, when the big mammals, the whales started to go. Oh, it didn't concern me last year when 311 freaking whales, wash up dead. That means right in your face. Let's go stand on them, cut them up with things. Not concerned when the Chinook salmon, the hallow beast. Didn't think it happened to you? Oh, it's happening to you. And this isn't going away. This virus, now they're saying it came from shrimp. Which, look, no doubt in my mind. Where do they catch it? Let's connect some dots, kids. Fukushima melts now first. Never happened. Never happened. And, since Chernobyl. This ain't Chernobyl. This ain't Mayak. This isn't 3 Mile Island. This isn't even the Nevada test site. Oh, this is Fukushima. This is the beast of all beasts, the mother lode, the mother of all. You take them all together. You take those times by 1 billion, you still don't get Fukushima. Full blown out meltdowns. Spent fuel mocks all over it. He said it was going to happen. He said it was only a matter of time. You mix it up with some radio roundup. The madman from Europe came here. The invaders came here, and they did to what they did to Europe's ecology. Cut down all the trees, freaking poison the Mediterranean. First they come for the buffalo. First they came for the natives. When they start murdering people for sport, for money, cut down the redwoods. Think about them cutting down 96 of those cathedrals. Huh. They only grow here in this beautiful ecology. By the way, they won't let us travel now. You can't go state by state now. So, you concerned now? Oh, Kevin Blatch is crazy, screaming, yelling. They're dumping plutonium into the Pacific Ocean day one. You know, you didn't think this was going to happen? It's a mutation from Fukushima. Oh, nuclear fallout, 3 full-blown. No, they won't mutate anything. My God, it's like the greatest mental illness in human history. Fukushima denial is a mental illness. It's deadly. You can't handle the truth. You don't want the truth. You're too weak for the truth. That's all it is. I mean, I've done hundreds of interviews. They never show up. Hundreds. I mean, I did C-SPAN in their truck right before this broke out. What's your number one issue? It's the ecology, stupid. Huh. For I was born with the light as a child. My path chiseled in stone before I was born. I see for miles and miles. So Cassandra, that's just Greek mythology. Remember? She stood on her integrity. Apollo, no, not you. I'll curse you. Come here, girl. I'll curse you. With being able to see the future. What kind of curse is that? That's not a curse. No one will believe you. And your offspring, your son, sons, daughter, son, daughter. I hear the voices of my great-great-great-granddaughters. So Cassandra's hearing the voices of her great-great-great-great-grandson. For I see for miles, and no one believes me. Take your money, take your shiny rocks and suck on them. Get your AK-47 and shoot them. The social engineered into a cattle chute. Operation Foxconn News. Take the shower. Climb aboard the boxcar. They're going to put us in a FEMA camp. You put yourself in a FEMA camp and you pay a payment to Wells Fargo. Yay, they're going to give us $1,200. Yay. The underbelly of America. America's over. It's over. The empire's done. Oh, we'll still have our big military beast wipe all the peasants of poverty, because who really owns that military beast? Not us. The Queen, pay the dragon slayer, the monarchies around. Not my words, Edward Snowden. He says, I got to the top of the pyramid, found out there was another top. Edward Snowden, who's sitting next to one of the top. Putin, who is nothing more than, he's Nikolai's bloodlines. Everybody knows that in Russia. That's not a president, that's a czar. How about King Z in China, where this came from? How about wannabe? How about Abby, tomato, fuck him. Whoops, watch your language. What about him? Piece of shit. Cancel the 2020 games. Why would they even put them there? Kill the sheep. They went too far. First they come for the buff. First they come for the people. Why would they stop at the Pacific Ocean? European monsters. By the way, they weren't all white. Everything in California is still the same. Sand. I've said it for years. I mean, when I stood up in my 8th grade class in PB, that's my home here, and I can't even go to my home. Maybe we can get rid of the tourism economy, quit poisoning the planet. I said it for years. California is a Latin word. Break it all the way down for mass murder. Why are we still calling all the words for the Spanish murdering invaders in California? San Francisco, San Diego, San this, San that, San that. Why don't we take those names off and put them back to original names? Diablo Canyon? They used to call it the Mother's Heart, the Chumash. The 7th generation, the natives say. Wow, what a gig we got going on. Happy birthday, Vincent van Gogh. The potato eaters. My favorite paintings is when I used to always say I like to step back from the broader perspective, like Millet, Francis. Remember when Van Gogh did his paintings on Millet? Guess what he also did? Remember you put the Japanese script? I do that a lot. He didn't kill himself, by the way. You know that. He was murdered by a couple kids. Who owns his paintings? Who owns Warhol's when they blew his... All the oligarchs in New York City, all the oligarchs in where? We're all socialists now. The great equalizer. Guess what? Guess what? Fukushima kills billionaires, too. Kills nuclear physicists, too. You don't believe me? How about the Portland Trailblazers owner, Bill Eugenie Gates' partner? Oh, Bill Eugenie Gates. They've been gassing people on the road. So we had a long talk about the Brownings here. One last thing. Weber State, well, ties right there. So Weber State's Board of Regents is selling off all the state publicly stuff. They all need to be in prison. They're selling off. Why? I begged them. I used to be on their committee years ago. The whole industry was built up by the nuclear industry. Their GE stock, their floor stock, it's all crashing. I begged them to get out of it when I was 60. They didn't. And it's the public's money. So it's just crashed. So the Board of Regents at Weber State, those derelicts, now are selling off the university. They sold the radio signal. They sold the parking lot at the D Event Center, the house, the nuclear industry, and to build a hotel. It's all illegal as hell. It's against the law, but nobody watching the store. County commissioner right here, Mega Dairy behind me, spraying Roundup, poisoning everybody, gets caught stealing a couple $1 million. He becomes the head of the agriculture department. Dirty Herbie, Governor Herbert, is the dirtiest, most corrupt governor in the history of the state. All of it. I mean, Weber County is the most corrupt place in the world. But everybody accepts it. Bow to your freaking repressors. Pay the dragon slayer. You know, give up your firstborn. Give up your, you know, last pig, your last goat, your last freaking... Get a gun and hunker down. Suck on your yellow rocks from the Queen's hole. Happy birthday, Vincent Van Gogh. Hang in there, hang in there. You know, in Austria, all roads lead to Vienna. Our roads lead to Ogden, Utah. Stand tuned.